Yo, Tyrese, what's happening?
Uh, Nothing, man. Just preparing for thinking about what I'm gonna do for this meeting in a minute or later.
What's the meeting about?
Or I messaged the company on Facebook,
Yeah.
and I mean straight away he was interested. So I'm just gonna tell him what I do, like the marketing business, and tell him how give him offer, say I can help him change my straight line script. But I don't really have any case studies to fall back on to like say this is what I can 100% do. So I'm just thinking about how I can go about the pitch without those.
Yeah, okay. And what's the nature of the business?
It's a social media marketing agency. So what I do is help business with their marketing and client acquisition. I can set up a funnel which basically gives them automated leads, as well as setting up, well, in the future, hopefully being able to set up web pages for them and social media management to help them grow their page on Facebook or Instagram page.
All
That's
right.
that's
So
the goal,
yeah. So have you actually so do you know like the price you're gonna charge and all that kind of stuff?
Right now, I'm actually trying to give the service away for free, just so I can build some case studies and get some results. Then I'm more focused on getting like long-term relationships with clients, and then having those results so I can use it in the future. So right now, I'm hoping to start small with like 1,000 a month, but then as I get more experience and I scale up and I get better, then just to raise the price with that and then make more kind of plans for different type of businesses
Yeah,
and
that
price them
actually
more
sounds
differently.
good. So you're willing to like work for free.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
So do you know how long, like, do you know the process of like, okay, so for example,
Ooh, what's happening here? I froze.
like you're gonna approach me, like you're gonna like say like what the service you're providing. So what's the next steps? Like how are you gonna explain to transition of working for free to earning money? Like how long are you gonna do it? Like what's
I'm pitching it as a trial to show them what I can do, how many leads I can generate for them, and
mm,
then tell them if they're happy with the service. Then obviously I would ramp it up a bit for the actual thing, and then pitch them the price and see what they say. I mean, it's either they say yes or no,
okay? So is
and
that
then
what
I
you've
try to straight
been?
line them.
So is that what you've been telling the people you've been pitching to so far that you're willing to do it as a trial?
I haven't got that far with many of them. They just say, "Well, do the first bit of the pitch," because I'm trying to first call them and then set up like a meeting to then discuss the actual service. But a lot of the time, I get through the first part of my cold call script, and then they say that they're too busy to take on new clients right now. So there's not really
Yeah,
much I can say about that, because if they're too busy, then they're too busy. There's no point. I'll just wait
yeah,
until another time.
because I was gonna say like I didn't know you was willing to do it for free, like do a trial, and that's one of the
Mm-hmm.
things I was gonna tell you today that to tackle that whole thing about you haven't done it before, you don't have like any testimonies and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
The best thing, all you can do at this point is offer your service for free for a trial,
yeah, literally.
which is what you're doing, which is good. But
Mm-hmm.
however, when you sent me the script of 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 the of your proposal or your cold calling script,
Yeah.
that information should have been in there.
Okay, cool. I'll add
Yeah,
that.
yeah, because I was gonna say like with regards to the calling scripts, there's 4 points that you need to have in there in the format, and
Mm-hmm.
that is obviously the greeting. Then you need to
Yeah.
have a big claim, and your big claim is the free service. Get
Mm-hmm.
like you tell them you're gonna win them business, win them customers for free on a free trial, 3 months,
Yeah.
1 month, however. Put that in there, and then qualify them. Like if they're interested in that big claim, then you qualify them and ask them those questions like have they you find out more information about how they operate their sales and marketing system.
Mm-hmm.
and then you can position yourself on how you can solve their problems. Like you could ask them, what are two problems you're having winning like new business in your business? Like just throw it out there,
Hmm.
something like that. But I'll like if we have
Hmm.
the greeting, the big claim, then you qualify them, and then you close, and that's when you just go into trying to secure an appointment.
Yeah.
You should be willing to do it there and then. If you can say, ask them, do you have the time to go for it now or later today?
Hmm.
Like you need to try and get these appointments as soon as possible, because in that script you ask them, from what I remember, you said, oh, when is a good time for you, or is it okay for you? Like it's like you lost control of the situation
Uh-huh.
when you ask those kind of questions. You got to be like, yeah, let's do it now, or like you got to be um like try lead them into the close like all the time. You're always leading them into the next phase of the selling process, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, so remind me again like what this meeting you're about to have. So what is this business? What do they do, this business you're gonna have a
They're an
meeting?
air conditioning business in the Midlands.
The
So they
air
used
conditioning
to,
business.
yeah, they install air conditioning units for people.
And do you know like what do you know about them so far? Like how did the cold call go?
I didn't
Like
even cold call them. I messaged them on Facebook because it was like, what was the time? It was 10 o'clock yesterday, last night.
yeah,
I was on my computer, so I decided just to start messaging businesses on Facebook.
nice.
And then I asked them who does your marketing. Then they told me it was just them. Then I asked them how they're getting business. Then asked them how it's going for them. They said they could always have more work. Then I said, how many leads are you getting? Then they said, we can talk about this tomorrow. Then I was like, okay. I
Oh
give them my
great.
number.
Oh great. Oh great. So
But they didn't
today,
really do anything. They have their pages. They have a web page, which is something I'm definitely gonna talk about. They don't really have. They have like 2 posts. I think they just started their page recently, or they just started their
okay,
business maybe recently. So
okay. So what they sell what is it? What do they sell?
they do air
Air conditioning.
conditioning installments.
So do you like are you confident? Do you think you'll be able to deliver them more business by
Yeah,
if they take you on?
I think I could definitely generate leads for them. But that is
So
the
basically,
point of the go on.
so basically, you're gonna. It's the idea of what the service you're providing is. You're gonna contact people on social media and ask them, do they want a new air conditioning system?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to run lead generation campaigns on Facebook or Google, depending on which one performs better for their business, and having a way for clients to put in their details there and then, so they do less clicks. And then from them putting in those details, it would send it to my Zapier, which would then be connected to them. So that as soon as they put in their details, it would go through Zapier to them. So it would be like an automated process of them getting leads through the advertisements that I'm doing for them.
Okay. And I guess that you'll have to be managing a budget for them. Like,
Well, yeah, we'll put on the ad campaign page. You can actually set a budget. So I'll just discuss a budget with them, see how much they're
yeah,
willing to spend on the adverts. Which I'd usually say the amount how much the product costs is how much you should spend on ads. So if installing one air conditioning unit costs £400 or £1,000, you should spend that much on ads because you might as well put in as much as you're going to get back, and one
yeah,
because you're going to generate 5, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, depending on the how well the um ad does of the mark
yeah,
of the words. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, it sounds like you know what you're doing. Sounds like you know what you're doing. To
Yeah,
be
I've done
fair,
a lot of research. I mean, for the past like 3 weeks, I've been doing research and trying to learn more about it. So,
yeah. Have you done have you studied business or anything like that or marketing?
no, I haven't. I have not
Yeah.
studied my extent of the extent of my marketing and sales education is YouTube, and of course I purchased, so it's not extreme, and also the book that you recommended me, which was amazing.
Yeah. Happy to hear that.
Just the learning about stuff like that. It's very interesting.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the meeting that's going to happen today? Like,
I'm excited. I'm not too caught up on if I succeed or fail because it is my first meeting I'm having.
yeah,
If I fail, obviously I'll be annoyed, but I'll just think about what I did wrong and how I can do better moving forward. I'm just gonna try to use my straight line script,
yeah,
and just try and find the pain points. I think they're a new business, so hopefully the free
yeah,
service for them will be a catch. But we'll see. I
yeah,
don't know. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I want to
yeah,
succeed because I want to get the ball rolling ASAP.
yeah. So with the service you're providing, once you get these leads through the process, are you actually going to do the calls as well to these to the?
Pardon? You cut out.
Oh yeah, I said. So you got you. So once you like get the leads through your online marketing,
Yeah.
and they go through, what was it? Once they go through that
Zapier.
process, yeah,
Yeah.
Zapier. Are you the one that's gonna be making the calls? Is that part of your service?
I'd actually think of that.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta know. You gotta let them know. Like they might be assuming
That
you're
I'm
gonna
of
make
course
the
also
call.
going to follow up on the leads. I think um I think it might make more sense for
So
them to
Tyrese,
follow up on the leads
okay. Why don't you wanna make the call?
because they're the ones who understand air conditioning and the
Oh, yeah.
installation
Okay. Yeah.
process. So it made more
Yeah.
sense for them to call and try and get quotes and talk to who they're going to go to as opposed to me because I'm more of a
Okay.
salesman as opposed to someone who actually really deeply understands air conditioning and the installation process.
Okay. So your service is more directed on the marketing side.
Yeah, I would be controlling their marketing and
All right.
getting them leads, and they'd be quoting the leads and finding out all the lead stuff.
So you got to make sure that these leads are fire. Like these
Yeah,
leads are
high
like
quality
really
leads.
hot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I'm understanding. I'm understanding what you're doing now. So yeah, I mean that should be easy to sell. Like once you tell them, like you've got the that's what you got to, with this phone call now. Like with this meeting, all you got to do is tell them that you're ready to get them more leads through the digital online social media and whatnot. You're willing to do it for free for a trial, and but you need to know your price. You need to know your price. If you can tell them your price, like once. But since you're figuring it out, maybe like you do it, and then once you do it, you'll be able to like say your
yeah,
price.
exactly. Because I want to see how many leads I can get them, and then price it dependent on that. Because if I'm getting
Yeah.
them a huge amount of leads, then obviously I can charge them more. But if I'm not getting them a huge
Okay.
amount, I'll charge them less because I don't want to overcharge them.
Yeah. Okay. So
I want to find the worth and
okay.
charge the worth.
So all right. So don't talk about price. So just make sure you as you're gonna get them more business through this digital marketing strategy you're
Yeah.
trying to action. And yeah, once you go through all that, then you want to start. Like, do you know when you're going to start? Like, have you got an idea? Like, are they going to have to um like, are you doing it through their social media page
Yeah.
or all right?
So the process is as simple as them giving me their login details for their Facebook account, and then
Yeah,
I set up everything for them after that. That's
yeah,
as simple as it is. And I'll message them updates on when if they have business. I don't think they have a business manager because from their page it doesn't look like they've ever run any ads before.
okay,
So I'd set up a business manager, a Facebook ads page or ads manager,
yeah,
and then as soon as I've done that, I'll message them, tell them that's done, then run 7 days worth of ads just to get data back to see. You have to also have to do research on on their competitors and see what they're doing and how they're advertising.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff like that. And then hopefully in 7 days, or the process of finding data and research will be done. Then I can message them saying the ads are up and running fully now.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's just about running the ads, seeing which ones are performing and killing the ones that aren't performing, and then copying the ones that are performing, and so on and so forth. Make sure we have a high click-through rate and have generating a lot of high-quality leads for them. Most important thing is product. It's a service, you know.
Yeah. So I guess another thing you need to find out is how good they feel about doing contacting these leads and selling. Like, how confident are they? Because you want them to be like, yeah, really excited that they're gonna get these leads and they're gonna like go all out, and then it's gonna make you look more valuable. Like, but if they don't even know how to sell, or because they might be assuming that you're gonna do that side as well. So you really got to communicate to them that's got to be their part. So you got to emphasize that you're marketing and because business development consists of marketing, selling, sales, customer service, and partners. So you're like, you know, people that like you could work with that are in your industry. But the marketing, the selling, and the customer service, you need to make sure they're happy. Like, from your perspective, like now, just say you've sold them. Now they're your customer. You want them to be happy with your service.
Yes,
and
of course.
for them to be happy with your service, they need to be like, you know, be able to sell, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Product delivery is very important. So
yeah, but if they don't, then you can probably suggest to them that, you know, they read the book, the Wall Street book, you know, and tell them it helped you and whatnot. Like, you can, like, you know, just direct them to YouTube or something, like to train themselves and up their skills in selling.
Yeah.
And then you guys will have a more cohesive like partnership. Yeah. But it sounds good. It sounds exciting.
I mean, it is very exciting. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm hopefully just want to get the ball rolling, man. I don't want to take. I mean, I don't want to be. I don't want to rush the process. It's only been like 6 days of me doing outreach, but obviously I want to start getting the ball moving as soon as possible. You know.
Yeah. And what is the? How have you been finding the cold calling? Like, have you enjoyed it, or has it been scary? Have you been finding it, like, you know, like how do you feel about what your experience has been so far?
The first cold call I did, I was quite scared. I was quite nervous because I was like, how are these people going to respond to me? So I just basically called a number that I knew wouldn't pick up because I wanted to get the nerves out of the way.
Yeah.
And then I called a few more numbers. But I realized that when you do cold calling, a lot of the people don't pick up. So that's quite frustrating because half the people I called didn't pick up.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoyed it. The first day I did it, I've done it for 3 days.
And how many hours did you spend?
The first day I spent like 2 hours doing it.
And is that when you made, like, is on average, is it like 30 calls a day in those 2 hours?
The first day was like 40. I think I did 42 calls. And then the second day, I think I did like 12 calls because my energy was just gone. No, I only did it for 2 days, not 3 days. Yeah, the first days I was very optimistic, so I was like jumping head in, and then can you hear me? Sometimes it freezes. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, so it's my internet's just being silly.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I only did it for 2 days actually, not 3. The first day I did like 42 calls, and the second day I did 12. Because of the second day, I don't know why, my energy was just off.
Yeah, those days are gonna come. Those days are gonna come.
Yeah.
But the important thing is you stuck to it, even if when your energy was down, like, you didn't give up.
Yeah.
But yeah, but because what I'm trying to say is like, so you did it like in 2 hours, you did about 40 calls.
Yeah.
Okay. When you do it, like one thing I learned is that when you want to get a result,
Hmm.
like so just say you like what how many like obviously you're just starting out. Like just say you want to do 40 calls to get 5 leads. You want to get
Hmm.
5 leads, you want to make 40 calls. In your mind, you got to tell yourself, today I'm going to make 400 calls in these 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like you need to just like just attack the
Yeah.
phone
It needs
basically.
to be the only thing you're trying to do is that. Because once you
Yeah,
get distracted, it leads you off the path.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But for like, okay, let's think about this meeting. Like, is there any more questions you wanna, any points you wanna get across? Like, you pretty much like the main thing is the big claim. This, like, you got the right idea that you're gonna
Hmm.
provide a free service, a free trial. You don't know how much you're gonna charge yet. That's gonna come
Nah.
later.
Hmm.
You know how you're gonna set up the account if they say yes. What about objections? Like, are you expecting any objections to come from them today?
They seem like they're very eager, so I'm not expecting many objections because he was the one who wanted to actually talk to me. So,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
obviously, there's always going to be there might be an objection. I think there's possibility of me having one, but I'll just try and avoid it and then
Yeah.
carry on with the straight line.
Yeah. Like in this scenario, there could be an objection with experience, but
Hmm.
you got to sell them that you're passionate and this is what you want to do. If it's an
Yeah,
experience, if it's money, you just reassure them it's going to be affordable. So experience and time. If they say they don't have time, but like this, like the good thing about the service finance itself,
hmm,
and when I say that is, just say you charge them £100 for your service, but you win them £500
yeah, exactly. That's the whole point.
extra business. They've made £400. So your
Exactly.
business, not a lot of businesses, their business can't do that. Not a lot of businesses can do that. And that's pretty much why I've moved into sales and marketing, because I saw that opportunity and I want to leverage that as well.
Hmm.
So that business can that point there, that selling point there is something you can use with all the pitches that you do as well.
Yeah,
That it can like, if they object with money, with a money thing, you rebuttal with that the money,
exactly,
this service can finance itself. They have nothing to lose except to let you try and fail. Like,
exactly. That's the best thing about the services. It's kind of self fulfilling. So you
yeah,
you pay for, say you spend the amount of money that a client would spend on your product. So say someone
yeah,
spends 1,000 and then you put 1,000 into it, and
yeah,
then you'd also be making 1,000 per lead, or
yeah,
potentially
yeah.
1,000 per lead. If I got you 10 leads and you closed three of them, you'd be making 3 grand. So you'd only be spending two.
Exactly. That's beautiful. That makes sense for everyone. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah,
So
that everybody's happy. Oh man, it's a shame you can't record the call. Like you can't record the call, and then we can like study it and see how it goes. But it's all
yeah,
good. It's all good.
that's true.
It's all good. So how did you find the straight line persuasion book? Like, are you gonna like keep studying it, or like do you feel like it was like just a one read and then you?
I feel like I've done my script. Like in the process of doing my script, I definitely looked back at it many times. But now I've done my script. Unless
Yeah,
I have to change things in my script. If I change things in my script, I'll definitely go back to it. Or if I
yeah,
kind of
okay.
forget things, I'll go back to it. But I'm not gonna
Yeah.
like keep reading it every day. It's kind of a thing that's gonna
No,
stay on
no.
the side of my table. And if I need a
Yeah,
refresher, I'll just pick it up and be like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's pretty much how you use it. Like,
yeah,
because the important thing is to know the concepts.
mm-hmm.
Know the concepts. But yeah, one thing about your service again is like how much do you know how much time you're going to spend on on like promoting? Like, do you know how much time you'll spend?
Um, I'm I'm looking to outsource my work
Oh, okay.
eventually. So I kind of just want to focus on doing outreach, and then have someone who can, because I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the marketing process, but setting it
Yeah.
up would take me a while. So I'm definitely going to outsource it to someone.
So
Um,
so what you're saying is you're gonna win the business. You're gonna have the meeting. You're gonna win the business from this client
mhm.
to operate to manage his marketing um, side of his business.
Yeah,
But then when you win the business, you're gonna sublet that to somebody else to actually do the work.
yeah. While I carry on with client acquisition, basically,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I just watch over them, check on the ads here and there, make sure they're performing
yeah.
well,
And
and
do you sorry to cut you, but do
that's
you
okay.
know how much time that person is going to spend
Um,
promoting?
it depends on how much I pay them. To be fair, the
Yeah,
more I pay them, the more time they're going to spend on it. But I've already come to terms with someone, and I've negotiated a price. And
yeah.
I mean, if they're
Because
not performing well, I'll just tell them and ask them and renegotiate. But I'm very
yeah,
confident with this person's right now. So
yeah. Because you need to know that part when you tell them your price,
mhm.
so you know your margin.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's something you need to find out. So as for this meeting, just go in, just go in like the book says. When you go in, like with your opener, like just make sure you have a good energy, like good attitude. Be
mhm.
enthusiastic. Did you hear the points in the book? I think he mentions in the
Well, be
open. You be
enthusiastic, sharp as a tack, and an expert in your field.
that's it. Yeah, you've been studying.
Of course,
Nice.
he has YouTube videos as well, and I watch them a decent amount.
You've been watching his videos, yeah?
Yeah, on YouTube, yeah,
Oh,
here and
sick,
there.
sick. Was that before you read the book?
It was after I read the book. I was because
Okay.
I sometimes I don't want to carry the book around with me, or say I'm on the bus and
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about my business. I'm like, what am I going to do in this situation? What will kind of? But
Oh, sorry.
say I'm on
Say that again.
say I'm on the
Sorry. Say
bus and
that again. Yeah.
I'm thinking because a lot of time recently I was thinking about my business and how I can move forward with it, how I
Yeah.
can get more clients and what my future would can be. I'm really on my business. That's basically the only thing that's on my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Sick. Good.
so
Good.
I'm looking at sales tactics and I'm looking online at different people who are doing the same thing as me and how they're
Yeah.
doing it and looking at different tactics and different
Yeah.
ways I can sell my product to make it better than other people's and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Sick. Sick. So is there any others like sales motivational kind of guys that you've come across that you like?
Not really. Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I've seen a few. There's one guy who does real estate in LA. I can't remember his name. I see him on YouTube. And he does a lot
Okay.
of cold calls, and I watch him. He does like
Yeah.
live streams his cold calls. I watched just some of his videos. And there's one more
Okay.
guy who also does cold calls who I've watched, but I can't remember their names.
Okay. 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 There's one guy who I actually follow, Grant Cardone. Have you heard of him?
Maybe is he the guy who is has
He,
a beef
he,
with Jordan Belfort?
that's how I discovered him.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Did you watch that interview?
No, I didn't. I was on a Jordan Belfort video, and he was talking about him. I looked at the comments, and everyone was like talking about Grant and how he sucks or something. I don't know.
You know what? At the time when I saw that interview, I was 100% Jordan Belfort. Jordan
Mm-hmm.
Belfort was he's the guy that I was like, just trying to emulate.
Like, yeah,
But once I study Grant stuff, Grant's the best, mate.
he is.
I've learned Grant stuff like for like I've been learning Grant stuff for like the last it'll be almost 2 years
Damn.
around November. I've been studying Grant stuff, and Grant, hands down, is the best salesperson on the planet. But
Would you
I,
say
I
he's the
haven't,
best sales teacher though?
yeah, but for for, but I feel like if you're new to sales, Jordan's the best person to introduce you to sales
Hmm.
because his book shows you the the process of the sales funnel.
Hmm.
His book breaks down selling as a science,
Yeah.
and when you're new, that's what you need to learn. And once you're you know you're you got the hang of the whole selling process, the sales funnel, and all that kind of stuff, that's when I'll show you some Grant stuff.
Hmm.
Already, because Grant is an animal. Grant, they say Jordan's the wolf, but Grant is the beast.
Hmm.
So you decide do you want to be the wolf or the beast. Personally, you could be both, and you choose in the situation which strategy you want to use.
Yeah.
That's how I try to operate. Like, so I'm always looking for their information. But so far, of all the people I've looked at, Jordan and Grant, they once you see those two, you
Yeah.
don't really need to look at anyone else.
Yeah. I think one of the best things about this service is
Yeah,
the closing part of the service is probably going to be the easiest because once you have the results and you can show people, then they don't really have much to say besides from
yeah,
a yes or a no. Because it feels like something where you're cold calling and trying to sell them something which they have no idea about,
yeah,
then the straight line, the whole straight line would be more applicable. But I feel
yeah,
like you'll get less objections when if I call someone on Zoom and I'm like, here's what I've done, blah blah
yeah,
blah. I show them all of the testimonials, and then there's
yeah,
not much room for them to be like,
yeah,
I don't trust you because there's the proof right there, as opposed
yeah,
to someone
yeah.
cold calling you and trying to sell it to you straight away.
Yeah, it's gonna set itself. It's gonna
Yeah,
set itself.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm hoping for.
yeah. You figured it out. Well done. You figured it out. You figured it out. A lot of people they're scared of selling. A lot of people are
Mhm.
scared of selling. They shy away from it, but they don't understand that's it's the key to their success.
Yeah, sales is very cool, and sales and marketing are very very cool.
Yeah, because like the difference between Grant and Jordan is that Grant's argument is you you could be the best closer in the world. You could be the best salesperson in the world, but that means nothing if you've got free leads coming in. So you're just gonna
Mhm.
keep you're gonna close free leads.
Yeah.
What Grant's is saying that pipeline, that sales funnel is a pipeline. You need to keep it full all the time.
Hmm.
You need to keep it full, and once it's full, it's gonna just be gushing with opportunities. The sales are just gonna
Yeah.
come. But
Yeah.
Jordan's more like he's more like an assassin. He's like a sniper. He's like, okay, I have this service. Do you even qualify for the service? And if you don't, I'm not even gonna pitch you. I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna sell to you. Jordan's like, okay, first I'm gonna qualify you, and if you qualify, then I'm gonna two like parallel opposite sides. But
Yeah.
no one's right or wrong.
Yeah. Of course, there's different
It's just
techniques.
your person.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But the first thing
yeah.
is to fill up that sales funnel to make sure you actually have leads coming in because that's my problem right now is not having a lot of people
Leads.
who actually. I have a lot of people to message, but not a lot of them want the service. If I call them, they're like, "Oh, they say we have too much business right now." So it's just about finding a source of people because this guy obviously just started his business. It's about finding people like him who actually need help
Yeah.
and haven't been established for however long.
Yeah. Are you telling me you called up somebody and they told you they've got too much business right now?
Yes, that's what. When I was calling people from Checker Trade.
Yeah.
My number got blocked on it, but I just got a new number. And most of them were saying our books are full, we're too busy, and I was like, I mean, what do I say here? Because
Yeah.
I
But did
can't
they
really, yeah.
but did they was that them thinking you wanted their service or you wanted to sell to them your service?
Um, I just told them what I do with my code call script, and I asked them if they'd be interested. And they said, because I told them I basically bring leads in, and they were like, well, we have our books are full, we have too many clients, so we couldn't really take on more leads.
Wow. They sound like they've got a a business model problem. They need to like scale their business. Like
Yeah, that was something I said, but people were like, not really looking to upscale. I'm happy with the amount I'm making right now.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I was thinking, if you're getting so many clients, why don't you just scale your business so you can get more clients?
Exactly. Like you should be
But
trying to get to 1 billion. Like,
exactly. But a lot of people are just like, oh, I'm happy with making how much I'm making. One guy on Facebook was like, he's happy with making 3K a week, and I was like, okay.
yeah. But the thing is, if they are self-employed, as in they just working for themselves, then I
Yeah.
understand. They're happy. That like they don't really care. Like
Yeah, of
they're
course. Yeah.
working for themselves. But if they have a business and they are employing people and they have a team, then that makes no sense. But if they're solopreneurs, as Grant calls them, and they're just like a one person operation, then yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. There's only so much you could do by
By
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, were they? Do you know if they were like?
Some of them just said they didn't want to. I asked them if they wanted to scale up, and they were like, I don't want to hire more people.
Ah, okay.
And so one of them just said he's fine. Wait, this thing. And one of them said he's fine making 3K a week. But
Yeah, it's comfortable.
yeah, it's comfortable when he's like, I could scale up to 10K if I wanted, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But
But you know what? Whenever they, they tell you they're not interested, just agree and keep it pushing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We want to
Just
the next
get more
call.
calls, man. Yeah, just get the next call, the next call, the next call.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm worried about people. Just
Yeah,
not being
but
worried.
if that was Grant was still like if like he'll hit them with, don't you want to make more money? He'll just hit them with the, don't you want to make more money, or even selfish. Like, just say they don't want to employ more people. You hit them with the selfish, but that's a more advanced salesperson will go that direction. Like when you're cold calling, like at the beginning, it's just mad. No, you got to read if they've, when you like talk to someone on the phone, you can tell if they're friendly or not
Yeah.
by the way. And like, yeah, with some people, you might be able to like play with them and
Yeah.
see if we can like get away. But yeah, you just got to read the situation, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
See how far you could take it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, just carry on what you're doing. Just carry on what you're doing, man. Like, let me know if there's any more, like anything you need from me. Like, if you want to pick my brain or anything.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I'll let you go. Man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you for taking your time.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Good luck. Let me know how the meeting
Yeah,
goes,
I
man.
will message you after.
Yeah, man. Just get that money, man.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, all right. Nice one, Tyrese.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, the Sales Matrix.